What is up, dudes? Welcome back to Suikoden 2. Potentially the finale of this game today. Had to turn it down just a smidgen. We're pretty much right in front of the final boss right now. At least I think we are. So I have made a little bit of a plan to do this nice and twice by first clearing it normally, and the konami. And the second time with the Squirrel Squad. I want to try to see if I can hoist them to the promised land. And Loin, how's it going, dude? Good to see ya. I'm good, well rested, a little sniffly because of the cold weather, but other than that, I'm doing good. Hello. How's it going, say? Oh, they just don't have like any equipment slots. So it's literally just level them up? I mean, we can certainly do that. Does everybody have their spell slots? Good, tired. Want to start Spyro 3 and start getting it done so I can move through spooky games. But I also can get ours. Get off your ass. Play some Spyro. Good time. Well, that does mean that we're capable of buying a lot of water gems, though. So my idea was actually pretty stupid. Basically give the entire brigade water runes so we can okay. I'm gonna play the Sly Cooper collection next. Nice, dude. I saw Shibuya play that recently. Or oh, right. How much gold? This is the lowest we've been for a very long time. Only Mako has a slot. Really? How about Moku? Where is he? No slots available. Okay, that's not the brightest idea, but at least wanted one with the healing magic, so that's what I got. All right, didn't we upgrade the entire package to, well, almost the entire package to level 16? That's something that I wanted to do first to kind of warm up a little bit. Don't want to just dive into the final boss just like that. I know the world is at stake, but bye. I can't wait to see what Victor does now in terms of damage. He did 594 on a normal hit last time around. Like, he's doing less. Whoa. Was that 573 damage? That is a lot of damage. At least I can somewhat level here. Gather some money for the last 2 levels. I think Clive is the only one that's not fully upgraded yet. Yeah, I think I need quite a bit more than that. Oh. Thought I manually triggered an encounter for some reason. Okay. What level is everybody? Let's see. Strength. So that's 16, 16, 16, 16, and 14. Okay, so we need 2 levels on live. Shouldn't be too big of a problem. That's gonna hurt though. Like, we now have a character that hits for 500 plus and a character that hits for 400 plus. I don't want to know what the extent is going to be of the damage that we can do to the boss. I'm also kind of curious to how the finale is going to play out to this. It is eerily quiet in this place. This is where the game starts, isn't it? Right here in this pass. Maybe we get an extra scene if we go to the rock. Find some unopened chests from the very beginning of the game. It has like 1 medicine in it. Yep. It's a really cool detail. Having the music play here. I wonder if we go back there later. I feel like we will, for some reason. I kind of feel like this is one of those games that just continues after it's done. So you can gather the final 100 of the 108. We got pretty far, though. One of the things I'm personally looking forward to the most is trying to figure out what everybody is doing after the war. That was one of my favorite aspects of Suikoden 1. Where after the game ended, you get like the post credits, And it would tell you where everybody went and what they're doing now. And some very good news. I managed to get my 360 to work, as well as I have a backup in case it decides to go rogue. So we're playing Deadly Premonition after this. Yay. What's everybody's plan for the weekend? Oh, hey, cool. Yes, unknown painting. Oh no, I didn't mean to keep gaming. What was the town name? I missed it. Well, this is Chiaro. Only seen a very small part of it. Originally, I wanted to compare, that might actually really help Victor. I originally wanted to compare Joey to Griffith from Berserk, but the more I think about it, the more I realize it's actually, like, for sure Delita from Final Fantasy Tactics. Resisting the urge to Gunpla, mate keeps flexing their collection. Don't do it, Loin. The rabbit hole goes deep. Mr. Artreidis ran off somewhere during the night. He must have been afraid of a retaliation. Is this country going to disappear? I heard that some scary sounding army called Quack is going. Hey, is it true that some bad guys are going to come and kill us all? Maybe. It all depends on whether or not Joey actually took the beast room for himself. Rio, should you be showing your face around here? Most don't know, but aren't you Rio from the Quack Army? Indeed I am. Astutely observed. Who are you? Hello there. How's it going? Who are you anyway? She doesn't know either. It is kind of cool to see Chiaro Town after being away for so long. Kind of like how you revisit your house at some point during the story in Suikoden 1. It's kind of nice to see. Yeah, I've only really seen this part of Chiaro. And I think this tree is where you originally get Moku Moku. That view, though. Wait, is the... Yep, still there. Kind of weird to do this with a completely superpowered party, though. Really good coffee, though. The game at least no longer sounds like a freaking tuba being played. That was such a weird glitch. Okay, so save number 4 is when we had to... Okay, first we're gonna upgrade Clive, because I do want him to shoot real good. Oops. Okay, we have just enough. Man, this coffee is good. Wait, how much was that? I'm gonna check. 140. Okay, that's pretty decent. I think Rio and Victor are leading the charge right now. 170, 170, 35, 5. Yeah, they're both leading the charge. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I think that Fury really helps, though, on Victor, boosting his two-handed attacks. Oh, I forgot to check something. Hang on. Wanted to see that if I could recruit one of the characters, but I think it's because we're in the middle of a story bit. That would be kind of strange, though, because this is the first time you can go here, from my understanding. Oops. Played a little bit of Deadly Premonition yesterday. Yeah, it's because we're in the middle of a story beat. I wonder though, that kind of for me kind of confirms that that there is a point after the story. Yeah, I played a little bit of Deadly Premonition yesterday, and get ready. It's a video game, all right. I wonder what happens if Vicky dies. Like in the grand battles, you take her with you. Just dies. Okay, hang on just a quick second. I'm gonna grab a sweater. It's pretty cold here. I have warmth. Yeah. Vicky is the teleport girl, yeah. How's the mic sounding, by the way? I had to change some things to record something. But I didn't test how OBS reacted to it. Because I'm a dum-dum. There are too many of them. There can be only one. Sounds fine to me. Nice. I am quite curious to how a 108 run is gonna go for this, though. Hey, what's up, King? How are you doing? Came here just in time. With a bit of luck, Rio levels up to 60 as well. That would be fantastic. Get him, boys! Hang on. That's correct. There we go. We got a questionable ornament and a questionable painting as well. Let's see. I am quite curious to how this part is good. Ooh. Oh, it's a balcony. Oh, that's cool. Oh, so there is a little bit more dungeon to this than just the one floor. It is locked. The other side locked? I think so. No, it's not. Okay, so this is where we need to go. Okay, this is the ultimate experiment to see how much 3 levels is going to make a difference in weapon upgrades. Well, he's dead. Well, those guys are dead. Didn't check the main door, did I? Oh, it's a side venture? I'll take that. Good morning, Boogs. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Doing good. Got most of my renders out in time, so can't really complain. Didn't want to go to the gym this morning, but I had some like pretty cold sniffles, so I didn't want to risk any potential drama happening at the gym. For me, just kind of snorting my nose. Feels like I'm running into one of those Russian dolls. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's not bad. That's definitely not bad. This is such a huge difference. Ooh, there might actually be treasure at the end of the Yellow Brick Road. The Sierra Vampire, yes. Damn, Khan is doing damage. Or he's just in a perpetual state of critting. And Khan is just cool with it. Khan is one of the people that first initially suggested to work together with Sierra, so I think he's cool with it. Throw away other item. Just throw a few medicine out. Yeah, there you go. Freaking knew it. Wind amulets. Let's see, what do we have? Knight armor, gold necklace. Well, that's pretty good. Is that the coronation chamber? But yeah, Khan is cool with Sierra. In fact, we all are. Throw away other item. Yeah, I'm just gonna chug some base medicine. Let's see. Stone of Defense. Use on Sierra. I think that might benefit her. Just a little bit. Stone of Power. Needs to be raised as a big, strong boy. Great blessing. My primary concern is that the final boss is just going to hit really hard. That he will win in the numbers game. Well, that was worth the detour, I'd say. Wait, didn't we still have one more corridor to check? Or is this it? No, I think that's it. And we have to march through this again. Let's go. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about my financial state in the game. To be honest, it's pretty easy to get some extra cash in this. Such a cool attack. So who's excited for the squirrel attempt of this? I'm mostly concerned about making it through the castle with the squirrels intact, if I gotta be honest. But I think by the time we get to that, Rio might be level 60. I'm not quite sure. Or we go through like this and just try to run from each counter. Either one works. This is a massive castle. Okay, let's see. Did somebody say more treasure? Starting to turn into a little bit of a treasure goblin in this game. Looking for nothing but treasure. I mean, it's paying off. But I guess it works. Ooh, first one's almost hitting level 60. Just gotta keep at it. What's with these pillars? It seems so out of place. Oh, I'm outside. Just casually leaving a trail of bodies. This is war, you know. It has to be fought. I do kind of need to see what the empty roll does. Today started it. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, 352. I do find it really funny how easy it is to cap on money in this game, though. That was very entertaining to see that happen. Did I accidentally just go the right way? I feel like I did. On the plus side, this is all fights we don't have to fight anymore. Wait, yeah, maybe we do. Okay, that's something to take into consideration, that the squirrels are nearly as strong as this party. This is my A team, so... And there it is, level 60. That was a Mega Medicine 7, right? Considering how much weapon upgrading costs, yeah, especially the last couple of levels are insanely expensive by comparison. Okay, give me a save point so I can try empty world, reset, and do it again. Wait, haven't I been here before? Oh. There's my save point. Can I run? Yeah. But this game in general is fairly accessible with the skill it uses. Not every game can easily get away with doing as many making as many characters available. Okay, number 3 is in the hall. I haven't used any spell slots. That's good. 51 hours. A good time. Really rare for me to play a game and do like all the optional stuff. Or as much optional stuff as I can find. What's that? Give up on this. I'm gonna regret that. Knew that there was gonna be another chest. Just knew it. Windows set 7. Throw away other item. Still a pretty long route to the boss though. Are we gonna do the super dramatic fight on the roof again? Oh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be a nice throwback to Suikoden 1. Give me a roof garden. Or the throne room. I'll take either. Oh. Oh. Kind of anticlimactic. Okay, I'm way too curious. I'm gonna reset after this. I'm way too curious to see what this does. Will this kill me as well? It doesn't do as much damage to me as I thought it would. But I do need that spell slot in case of an emergency. So, apparently, we are now officially in wave 2 of, the virus hitting. I hope it doesn't have as much devastating impact as the initial wave has. Well, the downside is that we have to walk for a little bit, but the upside is we now know that Empty World does not nearly do as much damage as I thought it did. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if it did the full 900, just straight off the bat. Just no excuses, just slams you straight in the head. Just be like, okay, if this guy is going down, I'm taking everything with me. Wouldn't have been too surprised if the 900 flat was for the entire party. Or rather, everyone on the field just shoots a giant laser beam and just rips the entire party to shreds. Oh, I might not be able to run from this. Oh, I can. Sweet. I get the throne room. And another save point. Sweet. There. Oh. Oh, that is generous. That is very generous. Oh, if I don't save on that, I can just warp on out of here. Ah, that's why. Lord Rio, the Blight family throne room is past here. It's no place for a rebel like you. We're not giving up our country so easily. We still have our pride, and you won't take it away. You'll have to beat us first. Just like Luca Blight, just go ahead and destroy everything in your path. Let's go, Lord Rio. I mean, they're kind of asking for it. Final Flame is more damage, yeah. Okay, let's see. I really want to know how much damage these guys are now going to do. Get 400 done. Oh, they're fast. Oh, that is cool. I really like that. Oh, I haven't seen this one yet. Is this a meteor strike? Yeah, it is. He got hit pretty hard there. How much? 600. Okay, you're going down first. That is a new one. The tapping. What's up, Nugget? How are you doing? Oh, there goes your healed points, but they didn't do a lot of damage, they just focused out Victor, right? Explosion. I got 3 of those. Wait, her Darkness Stealer of Souls is... Okay. So we are just gonna cast the Explosion, then keep it to Stealer of Souls. Kindness drops on Victor. Yeah, the second I saw that heal, I was like, yeah, you're dead, buddy. Let's go travel and find the One Piece. We're doing a lot of damage, though. These guys, a lot. Bang. Who took that back? Like a sort of delayed reflect. Oh, Clive is getting hit pretty hard here. Ooh. Get him, Rio! Okay, he always heals at the end of the turn. How much is that? 600 again? Oh, we got this. I can just hyper aggressively focus Kogan. That'd be really funny to try. This is going to be fun during the final boss. I have 2 of those. I did just select okay. I'm just going to refresh that protect mist. Okay. Yeah, it's not the entirety. He's going ham with the heals now. We're getting close. Is that the magic blocker? No. Right? Eat a dick! Oh, you made such a huge mistake doing that. Yep, there it is. That wasn't very smart. I was holding off on the magic seal because of that. It just straight up wasn't very smart of him. Oh, the whole party is level 60 now. That's a lot of botch. Throw away other item. Bolt of Wrath. Yes. The outcome's already decided. Is it really so strange, Real, that we should fight? Lord Real, you were the hope of the Quack army, just as Lord Jowry was the hope of our side. He rid us of Luca Blight, and we hoped he would lead Highland to a better future. Go then. We don't have the strength left to fight. No. Kogan, it was fun. All the plans we made for this country, for the future. Kogan is just laying there contemplating his entire existence at this point. What's up, Astronomal? How are you doing? Yeah, it's a good thing that we die along with this country. Look, man, I'm not here to criticize you or anything, but you kind of did that to yourself. Hey, what's up, Wasabi? What's wrong, Uncle Joey? Bilica? Bilica, sweetie, this is where we say goodbye. But you'll be back soon, just like always, right? Bilica, this will probably be the last time you see me. It's goodbye forever. If I can charge up now, he's so screwed. No. No, no, no. I don't want you to go away. I don't want to be alone. Bilica, listen to me. You're going to grow up and meet lots of people. You're going to lose a lot of people too. So don't forget, Pilika. Enjoy the moments you have together because nothing lasts forever, okay? Pilika. Okay, I understand, but can I just ask one favor? What is it? Can you pick me up and hold me like my daddy used to? Just once, please. Sure. My daddy, he used to hold me like this, just like this. Thank you, Pilika. You called? Come in. Yeah, that was a fake stabbing. I've got a favor to ask, Julia. What is it? Seed and Gogan can buy us some time, but sooner or later this castle is going to fall. When that happens, Island will disappear. I want you to take Pilika and the two of you flee to Harmonia. I prepared a nice home for you in Pilika there. I want you to live there, not as the Blight family, but under a new name, so you and she can have a new start. I'm sorry. I'm lost for any form of emotional weight for this because he had so many chances to just lay down his arms and we would too, and it would just be fine. But it is his stupid ideology that is now like, oh yeah, you have to flee the country. No, they don't. None of these people had to die. Well, maybe a few had to die, but none of these people had to die after Luca Blight. It's so frustrating to see what Jowry is trying to prove. It's not to like some greater good, but it's to prove that he is right, and it's costing so many people so many lives. And it's like shredding the entire Highland army apart. Just because this man wants to make a point about I don't know. Like, I am right. Highland is superior. Well, I have the Highland now. Joey, what are you gonna do about it? Oh. I will, my lord. So is it really over? That's right. In that case, farewell. Come here, Pilika, honey. Julia, I'm sorry. Why do you say that? Why are you apologizing? You think I didn't know? How you used me? What you did to my brother and father? I knew all along. But even then I always loved you for your dreams and your goals. Why do you apologize to me now? You don't need to say sorry. You're my husband and the man I will always love. Except he ain't got enough balls to be a man. If I were to die, would you shed tears for me? Please live, Julia. This final farewell. Farewell, Joey. Farewell, Julia. We no longer have to do this, boss. Oh. But I know I keep going on the same tangent over and over when it comes to Joey, but he is so over dramatic over a thing he could have easily prevented himself if he just put his ego aside. I don't think he's a coward. He's not, but he is idealistic to a fault. For an ideal that was flawed to begin with. There was no reason to continue the war after a certain point. Like, after Luca Blight was gone, the whole reasoning behind the war faded, right? Because Luca Blight was the one that instigated the breaching of the peace treaty in the first place. So whatever Joey did after that was a campaign for the sake of Highland. And like there is this moment in the game where you sort of reunite the city-states under one banner after kind of weeding out the would have been a much shorter game. That's true. Would have been a really cool final boss though. Like, admit it. Luca Blight would have been badass. It would leave a lot of things to be desired. Like, I'm not necessarily complaining about the game. I'm not complaining about the game itself. I'm kind of criticizing Joey's motives here. And yeah, he's still a child. This game does a very excellent job at portraying like that whole teenage mentality within a sort of grown-up world. Like, you can tell that he is idealistic, but from a sort of fantasy perspective, I guess you could call it. But my main issue with Joey is that he is so damn vainglorious about his own decisions. Like, he is right about everything, and he's just not. Like, peace has always been an option. We've always been like, hey, dude, just why don't we stop doing this? Oh, of course. Of course he is alive. Rio, I never meant for this to happen, but I must admit I'm impressed you made it here. Makes her kind of evil too. I'd say with killing the king, yes, but with Luca, he needed to be put down. Like, he was so completely taken over by the Beast Rune that, at least that's what I'm assuming, that there was no going back for him. There was no salvation with what Luca had become. Well, this is the end. The Beast Rune that Luca Blight left. Yeah, there it is. Its demonic incarnation is here. The demon that fed on the blood and souls of the Muse citizens. It's all I could do just to keep it sealed here. It was Luca's plan all along to unleash this beast on the world. This is your final test. Can you win this time, Rio? He just starts playing Bullet for My Valentine. Oh, whoops. There's something going wrong there. Oh, we get to see. Ooh. Whoa. Okay, that is a lot of targets, but okay, I can target them all. Mr. Freed, how are you doing? Luca has a backstory that isn't explained in the game. Yeah, I've been told by Sade to play the guiding games whenever I have the opportunity after beating this, to kind of get a better grasp on the entirety of the lore. I'm gonna kind of assume that it's the let's see. I know Protect Mist is a must here. That music though. That music is really good. I'm just gonna gamble it on the first turn to see what happens. Went from big dragon to big doggo. What did I hit? Oh, dude, you can't do that. I need to see if I hit that. Freaking off-camera shots. That's not how this works. God damn it, game. So what do I attack first? I'm not seeing what I hit because the numbers are off-screen. Okay, it is the rune. Yes. Nice. Okay, he gets 2 turns and probably a 3rd for the rune. Okay, there's the AoE. Ooh, that's gonna be Clive down in 1 turn. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Okay, so the leg is getting hit. The legs are getting hit. And the rune is getting hit. Okay, the rune has his own attack cycle. Oh yeah, that's Clive dead. Wait, hold up. Oh! Oh ho ho ho! I forgot he had a sacrificial Jizo. Okay, so we need that dead. That needs to die. We're bright shielding. Edwards, thank you so much for the raid, dude. How was your stream? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go straight for the rune there. This might be a very wise decision to gunshot out, but I'm doing 350. No, that's... I'm just gonna kindness this. What do I have here? Oh, 90 damage to all allies. This might not be the smartest strat, but I'm gonna try. Oh, then Joey's gonna be a duel. Wait, how am I gonna suplex the rune? How does that work? How's that even gonna work? I'm trying to figure out. Oh my god! That is a lot of party members berserked. That is really good. It's so frustrating. I don't see a lot of the damage that's being done here. Yeah, this hurts. Wait, what? Why am I seeing so many attacks? Okay, that was the end of his turn. Wait, what? Yeah, that room needs to fucking go. Oh, this is bad. No, I did not. I still have the Protect Mist. Well, the game decided the outcome for me. Or it perpetually fills. It depends on your perspective. Is the boss really killed us? At least we're ready for it now. So that's good. Take out and blow on the disc. Yeah. Wait, maybe? No. What if it happens again? And after that, again. Because we've seen this happen before. Let's see. Because 3 or 4 attempts on best red, I think. But yeah, that was good timing on the on the crash. I really like the fight started, and I just really had to be just Bill Murray at like Groundhog Day. Last time I saw that movie, I was like 6. I don't really remember it. Yeah, I'm concerned. I think there is something wrong with the way that this fight is emulated on the PS3. And that would suck a lot, because that means that we have to replay the entire game. Like, we will not be there this time, but the next time on the revisit, we will. Alright, now, with a fresh perspective... Oh, and I have my spell slot back that I accidentally misused. Sierra. Now I can probably best to Final Flame that. Protect Mist. Wait, I have multiple of those. Right? No. Shit. I really get the feeling like the rune is protecting the heads. Really high defense, though. Imagine if we would have done this on level 13 weapons. Right. That was just one attack. This guy is really strong. I'm honestly not sure if breaking the rune is the best strategy here, but it's the best thing I've got so far. Oh! Real going berserk is pretty hype. I'm okay with this. How many moons does this planet have? Whoa! Actually not quite okay with this. Did you see the damage on Victor? 486. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just saw something. I'm gonna keep attacking the room, but I'm gonna set everyone... Wait, no. That only did damage for that turn, did it? Okay. In that case... only have one more kindness rain left. I still have the one on Clive, and Khan has 2 left. With a bit of luck, everybody's berserk now. And I especially want Clive to be berserk. Dang it. That was a good save start. Dude, I am getting the weirdest RNG right now. Rio is going to be fine with this, but my god. With a feeling like I'm doing a lot of damage here. The rune's gone! Oh, this is huge! Okay, a great blessing. We're going for the top head first, but you're going to destroy. Let's see. Oh, wait. It's good. Good. We're making progress here, though. Yeah, this time it really was needed. Oh! Clive just took a turn. Clive is a hero. Holy hell. Does it get an extra turn from that? I wonder. Well, this is the furthest I've gotten, so I hope it doesn't crash anymore. That would be pretty lousy. 1,455. Oh no. Wait, he gets a bonus for that? Oh no. Oh, that is lousy, dude. That is lousy. I saw 1,600, so I am kind of hoping that I can pull it off with just this. I was kind of worried that it might return after a few turns. That's 1,000. Oh, fuck. Here comes the moon. Oh no. How's the knockdown still in effect? Oh, this reminds me of the Grand Cross in Final Fantasy IX. He just gets a stupid amount of attacks, doesn't he? Rio is confused. Calling it right now. I wish he wasn't. I still have this? Khan, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I think I'm gonna try to attack the rune as much as possible right now. Yeah, I think that's... Star Ocean 2 is great. Come on, kill the rune. This is gone. Wait, no, it's not. You're just unshielded right now. How much HP does that rune have? Five? Shoot. Is that shoot? Wait, why did they swap places? Oh, shifted. Let's see. I am so curious to how we're even gonna do this. Sad emo does silence. Does he keep the amount of turns that he can do? I don't think he does. Boy, was I wrong. Fuck. I hope he's in time. Oh, okay. Hey, Zabobs, how are you doing? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Yes! Oh! Deadly premonition. Oh, please kill that thing before the turn ends. I don't want to deal with that rune again. Go, Victor! Yes! Oh, did we destroy the beast room? Please. Oh, no, 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 no. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. No, 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 no. Rio, stop it. Rio, come on. Oh. Throne room. This is strange. The king is nowhere to be seen. If this is some form of evil ploy to get me into a rock, paper, scissors game, I don't know. Rio, let's get out of here before it comes down around us. We must be off, Rio. We must survive. You're right. Come on, everyone's waiting. Let's go. He just casually walks down to there. I don't give a damn about Jowry, dude. He sealed his own fate the second he started hyper-idealizing the Highland philosophy over any peace treaties that were offered. Lord Rio, you can't mean... No, the hyper-idealized the philosophy behind it. Don't even say that as a joke. He'll come back. I know it. He can't die. He's going to bring peace to this land. He just can't die. Look. Rio. I was worried about you, Rio. Welcome back, Rio. That's the Rio I know. You're blessed with good luck in combat. Well, you say that, but... You did it. You really came back, Rio. Terrific. Great. Holy crap, that fight is scary, though. What are the legs for? Good morning, Rio. Hey, come on, get up. Representative General Mackay from Two River and Mayor Gustav from Tinto are waiting for you in the Great Hall. Come on, hurry already. The war may be over, but there are still lots of things to be done. You've got a whole new country to create, right? Wanna repopulate and populate Highland? I want to save so bad. This game is a ticking time bomb. There's no telling what it might do. Actually say Ridley is a kobold. Okay. See how many trust issues I have with this game now that it started crashing on me? We've been waiting for you, Lord Rio. Congratulations, Lord Rio. Now we can finally begin to rebuild after this long, terrible war. Well, at least now, there is one less enemy threatening city-state soil. But we still don't have true peace in these lands. Lord Rio, there is something we wish to ask of you. Lord Rio, there's still Harmonia to the north of here, so we can't yet completely relax. Furthermore, because there was no trust between us, Luca Blight was able to divide the city-state. We need a single unified country, one that can stand together against its enemies. Lord Rio, we want you to create a new country here. Rio country. This could have gone wrong in so many ways, Teresa. And you have no idea. We want you to lead it. This matter was voted on and approved by Two Rivers' 3 houses of parliament. If it means a stronger nation able to defend itself, we have no objections either. The knightdom of Matilda is no more, but we will follow your orders in this matter, Lord Rio. I feel the same way as Miklatov. Most of the strength of Muse was stolen by Luca Blight, but we still haven't lost our pride as the center of the state. As acting mayor of Muse, I also intend to follow the will of Lord Rio. Lord Rio, we thank you. It feels wrong that I'm standing here alone. After all this, it feels really wrong that I'm standing here alone on this stage. But that name... that name needs to be eternalized. Henceforth, the community will be named Quack Country. We're here to announce the birth of Quack Country. May it bring peace and prosperity to this land forever. We swear to serve Lord Rio with pride and fidelity. It sort of feels like a hollow victory, though. First order of business. We're bringing back the Scarlet Empire. Would have been really funny if he just left. You just you get this really dramatic scene with everybody standing there and you just go from left to right instead. I was looking for the bathroom, but this is not where it was. That is satisfying, though, to see this happen. You work so hard to help all these people, and you kind of get to see what happens to everybody, like all the major pawns in this, or all the major chess pieces. It's really freaking cool. God damn it, game. Became mayor of Greenhill and made peace with the Koraya, left Greenhill to sharpen his skills as a swordsman and never returned to New Leaf Academy, later became headmaster and also taught at the school. Returned to New City and was later elected as a mayor. I will get to you in a second, see for yourself, thank you. For ending the term as acting mayor, chose to live as a normal citizen, became commander of the Quack National Army. Refused the position in the country of Quack and returned to live in Radat. As promised, she returned to Radat with Reed and lived happily ever after. Founded a library in Jinto City, taught many children to love, and fought in the Grassland War, living happily in Two River City where she opened a restaurant, occasionally visits Marlowe, and marvels at his great scholarship. Returns to the White Deer Inn to live a happy life with Alex and Pete. Returned to the White Deer Inn but can't seem to lose his treasure hunting bug. Once the war was over, ended his long career as a knight in service of justice. Reformed Matilda Knightham selected as commander, but politely declined the honor. Reformed Matilda Knightham along with Miklatov and then journeyed through the grasslands. Still private investigator in Radat City. That's natural in a blind playthrough. Ark, see for yourself. Thank you so much for the 14 months of those moves. Really freaking appreciate it. Thank you so much. Returned to her life as a traveling performer, but often thinks of Rio. Leads a group of performers with Eiley and Bolgan and travels around the world. Returned to his life as in the traveling circus, but continues to study hard. Good man. Travels with her music group, sharing her beautiful voice with people everywhere. Travels with Annalie and continues to get into trouble wherever he goes. Travels with this group while improving the armorer skills that he learned in Crom. Returned to Kaku and his life as a revolvery. Enjoys life fishing on the shores of Lake Turan. Currently traveling to try to discover the edge of the world. There's the first we miss. Journey to Kanakon, south of Toran Republic in search of the mystery of the Sindar. Planning to investigate the ruins in Kanakon before Hilly can. Return to his wife where he lives a contentedly as a father and husband. What a guy. Reuniting her parents, currently living happily at home with both of them. Journey to the grasslands without saying a word to anyone. Stayed in the Quack army as magic instructor. Still as infuriating as ever. Traveled to the Toran Republic to challenge her rival. Oh, that was the other choice. Man, this is such a satisfying part of the game. Like, you beat the game and you get to see what happens to all the characters. Not enough RPGs do that. Not enough RPGs. Hey, the Winged Horde has the same uniform as the Kobolds now. Same color. Nice. Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm on the lookout for Suikoden 3 now. Return to Two River, where he continued as leader of the Kobold army. Return to Two River, currently stirring up lots of trouble with his spells. Living somewhere in Two River, where he does his best to frighten the townsfolk. Sounds about right. Achieved his desire by becoming captain of the Quack Army's Kobold unit, currently performing as admirably as Keppengengen's first lieutenant, finally found her grandpa and returned home with Taro. That would have been Taro? That I don't know. Still working as the armorer of the Pride Castle. I didn't miss too many. Returned to Klon as in the Torrent Republic, where his expulsion was rescinded. Oh, he was from that temple. Living happily with her daughter's family in Two River. His gambling house into Pride Castle is still a raging success. Returned to Lake West, where he is building the largest bathhouse in Quack. Traveled north once again in search of the object of his revenge. Never forgets to do his daily run, squats, push-ups, and sit-ups. He's One Punch Man. Training daily with her teacher. Her goal is to beat a bear with her bare hands. Atta girl, Wakaba. Wakaba strong. So I need somebody to find me the profile for the wolf boss. Went on an adventure with Gadget to find Yuko. Continues to allow Meg to travel with him despite her selfishness. Returned to his quiet life in Crom Village. Journeyed north towards the Torrent Republic. Gained great fame as a swordsmith while continuing to work at Quack Castle. Works as an appraiser while searching for the Celadon urn to bring his collection to 1,000. I need the stat block for the final boss to see if it's even possible to take him to the Promised Land. Decided to retire from life of thievery, but soon realized that was a terrible mistake. Continued to work hard to grow delicious vegetables in the fertile fields of Tinto. Continued his wandering in order to avoid being caught by the organization. Returned to South Window to continue inventing and making trouble for his neighbors. Returned to Entei to continue her work as a room master. The men of Cusco still go to see Karen dance, annoying their wives greatly. Returned to Forest Village and then headed for Crystal Valley to continue studies. After the war, he considered his role ended and returned to Legnat's service. Not over yet, Project Manatees. How are you doing? Yeah, I missed quite a few. I think I missed like 12. Return to the forest, from whence he sprung. Set off again on a journey. The one temple of the Crystal Valley. Set off for the Crystal Valley with Humphrey in search of a dragon. Traveled to the grasslands in search of a bride for Bonaparte. Continues his journey to become the fastest living creature in the land. I really enjoyed this, folks. Commandeered his ship and returned to the island countries. Moved back to Kobold Village where he complains a lot but lives a happy life. That sounds about right. I think it was about 90 or so. Returned with Shiro to the woods near Ryubei where he lives off the land. Shiro is always seen by the side of his master Kinnison. Oh, too good. I really hope we see more of these two. They're really funny. Of course. Where Flick goes, Nina follows. Instead of going back to the warrior's village, he sets off on a journey with Victor. After destroying Necklord, he sets off on an aimless journey for change of pace. Tried to but couldn't follow Flick, still waiting in Green Hill for him to return. Decided to hang around with humans instead of returning to Blue Moon Village. Became the first vampire hunter and started to look for a new life. set off once again on his hunt for Elsa. We missed Elsa. Drank too much champagne and accidentally teleported herself off somewhere. Continued his coming-of-age journey with Tengar. Received Village's blessing for marriage. Currently waiting for Hicks to propose. During the Matilda campaign, he led his own unit and was killed at the mercenary fort. Stayed in Quack and received training as a military strategist. Returned to Rokaku after completing her mission given to her by President LaPond. Became Keeper of the Nation of Quack's National Vault. Returned to Muse to begin the healing of all the people injured during the war. Continued his advanced training in the art of medicine while assisting Dr. Wan. They say there's never an empty chair in their tavern in the Pride Castle. Returned to Torin to get some extra gold and then set off on a journey of exploration. Said goodbye to Shu and set off on a journey. Dreams of a quiet life as he continues. Died in Rock Axe trying to protect Rio and Jowry. Continues to lead the nation of Quack. This game is really fucking good. If I find the game, I will do Suikoden 3. Oh, do we get a little post credits? Wait. This is a kill screen. You fight him on that spot. Oh, if you go after him, you fight him on that spot. Now he's still waiting there. That's why the screen is like that. Well, he deserved that. This is a phenomenal game. This is just straight to the point. This is a phenomenal game. I don't know how they managed this, but they made every single character into a character. And not a trope, just an actual character. Even the characters that had nothing to do with the story had some semblance of a story to them, whether it was told when you recruit them or afterwards. And I thought to myself when I started this game is like, oh, okay, Suikoden 1 was really... I don't know how you can't love Jowry. We'll get to that in a second. I'll get to that in a second. But man, this game does so many things well. Like when I went into this game from Suikoden 1 fresh into mind, I thought to myself, like, okay, there are a few things that this game can improve upon. And one of the main things was kind of create a more cohesive whole for the he's the real hero. Really? Really, Blood of the God? He's the real hero of this story? He is? Is he now? Sorry. But one of the things that I wanted from this game was to create a more cohesive whole within the representation of the game, meaning that in Suikoden 1 you see a lot more of the early PlayStation 1, them kind of trying to fiddle around with the styles of the game, and trying to figure out to yourself to itself, like, okay, what do we want this game to look like? You can see that they're sort of having their feet down in the shallow of a fantastic idea. So the foundation is there. And if it involves any other game than Suikoden 2, I'd rather not hear it. Because I really am interested in finding out more about this game. And I heard that Suikoden Gaiden was a good start for that. The visual novels. But when it comes to that, like that cohesive style creation, I think they managed to do so freaking well on creating that with this game. You can see that they're more comfortable with designing for the PlayStation 1. You can see that you can even hear it from the music to the sound effects. It's no longer that mix between SNES and PlayStation 1. We now have like this full-on PlayStation 1 RPG experience, condensed on one disc, mind you. Like, it's crazy how much content they put into one disc on this game. And just the story alone is much more influential to how the game forms itself. There are much more emotional beats. The game allows for much more breathing room for characters to take the spotlight. And with 108 characters as a cast, that is a pretty substantial task to undertake. So when it comes to like finding all these characters, there is always a motivation to find more people because you can hear their stories, you can see what they add. but there is just this um there's just this level of care and love given to the entirety of the game that is just so endearing, and you are instantly kind of dragged into this world, and you can feel the stakes even though some of the things are really goofy. One of the main things in the writing is that they mention every name 3 times at least in every dialogue box, even though they're like addressing Rio. They have to say that they're addressing Rio every single time that they talk to Rio. And that goes for every character. Everyone does that in this game. It's really silly, but it's really funny. Because it definitely showcases that PlayStation 1 era of translation as well. And just mechanic wise, there's a lot more to explore. I really enjoyed that this game manages to mix these really high stake moments with a lot of humor. The Squirrel Brigade, to which I'm getting in a bit because I read some really good news on that, was one of them. And I don't know, like I just really enjoyed the story of this one. And Luca Blight is easily one of the most unhinged villains of this era of gaming. He's kind of I'd put him on the same tier as Kefka in terms of just how unhinged he is. This is just a man that flat out wants to destroy everything in his path. And he's just completely enveloped by the Beast Rune, and it's such a joy to behold such a delightfully repulsive character that takes the center stage. I'm going to interject here. Blood of the Gods. Jowry demanded no less than 3 times the unconditional surrender of the city-state after Luga died, so that he can form the Highland Empire in his vision. So, just as a mild interjection. But what I really liked was one of the drop off points with a lot of these type of games is where you have a central villain like Luca Blight, is that after the defeat of the main villain, which he is, you get this complicated chess game, and what easily could have happened was that the game would just completely cease to be interesting after that. And it just isn't. It's so much fun. It has so much intrigue. There are so many plot points in the entirety of the in the entirety of the game that really keep the story going in a pace, in a sort of breakneck pace that remains interesting. So that flow from Suikoden 1 gets amplified to 11 in this game. And it's about, as Boogaloo said, it's about 3 times as long. So that's impressive. That's really impressive to have an audience entertained for such a long time and still remain challenging. And that's the thing that I really like. And I just like that there is such a huge opposition in this game between the two characters. Where you have, on the one hand, you have Rio, and on the other, you have Jowry, just kind of defending their own ideals. One is the player's ideals, which is fighting for a fair state. And Snoozy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And the other is for this ideal sort of empire where he has such an amount of control that no more war breaks out. Like, both parties have their valid points, but it's this conflict that makes it interesting. And that's really where a lot of the strength of this game comes into play. It is basically the good seasons of Game of Thrones with a little bit of Lord of the Rings sprinkled in and a little bit of King Arthur. And it's just so good. It's just so good. It manages to tell a very grand tale with some very major impacting events happening, and it just manages to tell it in such a good way, and it manages to portray that in a very good way as well. Now, we didn't get this super satisfying ending where we get to smack down Jowry and reveal him for the crybaby that he is, but I do think, like, on a replay of this, I'm really looking forward to kind of more deeply analyzing the story beats now that I have sort of like that 2020 hindsight of the entire story. And yeah, I just really enjoy it. It's such a good game. I can really see why a lot of you guys were recommending Suikoden 1 and 2 to me, so I'm kind of bummed out that I didn't play this earlier. On the other hand, there is no such thing in true peace as long as ideals conflict. So in that way, Jowry was wrong as well. But in that sense, like, it's also what I found really impressive in this game is how it manages to. The game doesn't pull any punches when it comes to emotional beats. A lot of people just die as a consequence of war, and I find that they did it so strong through Pilika, and especially when Pilika just straight up just runs up to Jowry the first chance she gets, because that's, for her, that's like the only sort of grip on reality and the sort of parenting or family that she has left for her from her perspective, right? And just Nanami being this huge airhead, never really seeing the full scope of the situation, but always focusing on just wanting to get out of that conflict. And then what happens to her is just straight up a consequence of you pushing that forward. Like, the thing she fears happening to you happens to her. And it's so good. Not many games dare to do that. And it's fantastic for that reason alone. And but yeah, I'm just really excited to continue this franchise. And yeah, I'm just really generally really excited. I'm curious to see what Suikoden 3 brings in this whole arc. I'm kind of hoping to continue this trend of kind of building upon the world that we have established, right? You got to go get the true end. Yeah, at some point, I really want to revisit Suikoden 1 and 2. I'm definitely down for that. It kind of falls under that Valkyrie profile category of unfinished business. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Unfortunately, kind of this year, the rest of this year is kind of booked with playthroughs that I really want to have done before the end of the year. So, but I do have a little bit more Suikoden 2 for you guys in a bit, because I do want to test a theory, and it might take a few attempts. So I'd say grab a drink, sit back, relax. But yeah, I just think this is, without like an emotional response for me, because I did think that the Beast Rune thing was kind of a letdown, in the sense that it was sort of like alluded to as like there's this giant demon that has been summoned by sacrificing Muse, and it's sort of like a void of that story happening. Then you suddenly encounter the Beast Rune again as a sort of interject, like we needed to have a big bad final boss. Whereas I personally would have been fine if without randomly fighting God. It reminds me of Shadow Hearts Covenant a lot, where Kato goes, "I don't need the power of some god to beat you," and then he takes the power of 3 gods, and it only makes him look more pathetic. But I do really like the character motivations and how fleshed out they are. I really like that one of my favorite things about this game was I was never sure if Shu was going to betray us. That was one of my favorite things. The second he started talking, I was on high alert to see what the outcome of that was. But in the end, he learned from his mistakes, but never fixed his personality according to that. I'd like to see an RPG end without a final boss. Yeah, that would have been cool. Just like giving you the option to chase down Joey and just have like a talk, separate your ways. That's it. You've been defeated. I can't do anything anymore. My ideals have been broken. I'm gonna find peace in another life. And he just leaves. That would have been a baller move. But yeah, my only gripe with it would have been that Joey is kind of he's kind of dumb as a leader. He's idealistic for sure. He has an idea of what he wants, but he is so tunnel visioned on that ideal that he doesn't want to consider any other options. Like, this game could have literally ended with them signing the peace treaty after Luca Blight. But yeah, the final boss was really cool in design. But yeah, it was kind of an interject. That was my only downside. If the story doesn't call for one, yeah, you do have to have like your grand finale, and I guess like the whole war wasn't a spectacle enough after the three-headed dragon. Yeah, you can talk and just leave. The dragon on the tower, right? Hey, I'd love to be proven wrong on my statement on that. Love the gods. We'll play through this game again on stream. That's for sure. But for now, that's my opinion on Joey. I don't think he put his pieces in the right order, and that definitely cost him the war. And Fastloff, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So this is probably like my least emotional reaction to a game's ending, because it's kind of like, oh, it just happens. But I'm definitely going to give this game a 10 out of 10. It's just too good not to. This is what I would describe as a game, like, despite like, okay, the crashes and stuff like that were unfortunate, but in the end we beat the boss just fine without it. It was plenty emotional along the way, that's true. And I really enjoyed it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add your guys' rating to the Jesus Christ, that is a lot of votes. I think this is the most votes we've gotten for a game since Shenmue 3. Holy crap. 4 plus 8. You guys are going to send us down with a 9.5. You guys are at it with the good ratings. Great to see that you guys are enjoying the game so much. I always find it really funny when the scores align a lot. So I want to test the theory. Infested or invested? Two very different things. Also, Vaslov, speaking of The Witcher 2, one of my favorite moments before the final boss is that you can go down into a dungeon to get a massive gear upgrade for that. And it is guarded by a golem, and you have to sort of out-logic the golem. And that is such a cool little thing to do. I never would have thought about something like that. It was such a joy to go through that little bit. So what I want to do is, we got the 5 scrolls, and according to the wiki page, I am not seeing any immunity to instant death. It's going to be a long shot. But I definitely want to see what happens when you do the 5 squirrel attack on the boss. So that's up next. We're gonna take a step back, level up the squirrels, and give it a shot. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm gonna give it a few good attempts just to try it. And isn't that The Witcher 3 with Pan that's scrubbed too clean? But yeah, it's been a fantastic game. So before I go on a little break to fetch my food, I sincerely want to thank all of you guys so much for being so invested in the playthrough. Also for not spoiling. This could have been easily sort of torn apart at the seams if people were just jumping in going like, oh, have you fought this boss yet, or this plot point? And I really want to thank you guys for that. But what I want to thank you guys most for is just like it's been a rough few weeks for me, and I really want to thank you guys for, first of all, being just extremely kind and a positive force to get me through those weeks, and just thank you for all the support as well. We got about $100 left on the Twin Snakes goal, and that is insane to me. I did not think we would get anywhere near that close. So I really want to thank you guys so much for that, and thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying Suikoden 2 with me. I'm going to be right back after some food, and we'll continue this Suikoden 2. I'm going to go a little bit of a step back and grab the 5 scrolls, level them up a little bit before we enter this castle, and then we're going to try to see if we can take the wolf heads to the promised land. We'll have to see how that goes. So I'll be right back, guys. And again, thank you so much. So I just got a message from my mom saying that she enjoyed the ending of Suikoden 2. That's really cool. That is really fucking cool. So if you're still here, hi mom. How's it going? So, all right. This is a little bit of a try hard thing that I'm going to try. So, we saved in front of the boss room, fighting the big super baddie, right? Oh, right, I saved afterwards. I was about to say, like, that is not what I had in mind. So, looking at the Wikipedia page of the Beast Rune incarnation, well, left hat 4800 HP, level 75. Right hat 4800 HP, level 75 as well. Now, they have a few resistances. Water minus 15, lightning minus 15, darkness minus 50, bright shield minus 50, resurrection minus 50, fire minus 50, wind minus 50. And they have the rune at 3300 HP and has a defense against physical and magic at 153, but no magical resistances. My guess... Oh boy, somebody actually tried this already. The gallery shot on the Wikipedia page is from the same idea that I had. So we're going to bring the squirrels in, and the squirrels have an attack that allow them to take off with an enemy, which is going to be extremely funny if it actually works. I don't think it's going to work right away, but we have some work to do. So there is a little bit more Suikoden for those that are interested in it. But the story for now is done. But this is all optional stuff. Right. But it does mean that we have to get the squirrels up to 50, 60. That means that we have about an hour or so of just fighting. If that's okay with you guys. The ultimate goal is to get them strong enough to at least withstand 1 or 2 attacks from the final boss. That's the penultimate goal. I want at least 2 or 3 tries on this boss. I do need to get the squirrels in here. Hey, Gypsy, how's it going? So I am setting up a tweet real quick. And now I basically... Oh, now I'm bummed that I threw away the escape talisman. I don't even think it works here, but we can... Oh, no, I did not. I wonder if I can give the scrolls like something to... Oh wait, Rio has something really nice. Doing alright? Strange day? How so? How was the big finale? Kind of random, actually. You're getting to see it again. Basically, you fight your way through the entirety of Joey's staff. So all the big generals you have to fight, except for Uber. And it kind of ends with a big giant wolf. Just like that. It's just a big wolf. That's the big bad final boss. Which I find really funny. And some fugly monster? Maybe. So the squirrels are what? Level 30? 35 now? Gonna take them to this area in front of here, see if I can get them to level up enough so that I can at least make good use of them. Also, I have food. Therefore, I shall eat. Okay, now it's time for true ending. If we do this, though, we can check out the other part of the ending. Or do you guys want to keep that for the next run? I think we should keep it for the next run. We have a goal to work towards. Is long range? Hello, 44. Exactly. Wait, how many people are in here right now? 29. Hang on, I'm getting a phone call. Just a quick second. Okay, very sorry about that interjection. That was a heavy phone call. Whew. Okay. I can't really talk about this on stream because it is a very private matter, but I am fine. Don't worry about me. It wasn't me that was affected by something, so don't have to worry about that. But I'm back. Let's see. I know that. Wait, all of them are long range? Really? Everything is okay with me. All besides the heavy new. Like, I am fine. Just some heavy-handed news, that's all. If the feds are after you for squirrel trafficking, you can tell us. Oh, I wish it was that easy. Okay, so I'm hitting the reset button on this. Let's see. I am so glad I don't have to pronounce that name anymore. But yeah, sorry about the unintentional break. And Wall, how are you doing? Seriously though, to bring this back to a little bit more of a positive thing, I think it's so cool that my mom actually watched the stream. I think that's a first. And that's really, really freaking cool. Did you watch the ending to the game? Whoa! Well, I think we're more up to date than I thought we were. That's kind of interesting. I can't wait to see if this works. We have a little bit of prep though for this. How much is the... somebody explained it in chat about the percentiles involved with this specific attack. How does it work on bosses? Does it just automatically default to the 3%? My guess is so. Maybe a little bit higher depending on what how many parts the boss has or something like that. Might be that the probability is a little bit it's just a flat 3% on bosses and enemies immune to KO. Okay. Really good to know. And how are you doing, Omni Gamer? Thank you again for the amazing information on the war. In a meeting such as life? Why are you in Twitch chat during the meeting? I think we kind of thresholded the XP bar. Hey, Gumi, how are you doing? For now, I'm not going to save. There's some nifty stuff here. You mean the golden hammer? Or stuff that we haven't seen in the game? I'm doing good. Doing good. The village feels very underutilized. Like, you go here and special post-game dungeon that wasn't finished. Ooh, really? That kind of makes sense as to why it's there. Also, empty road is probably the best attack in the game. Looks so good. And Suikoden Tactics. I'm going to be on the lookout for a copy of Suikoden 3 for sure. I can't guarantee anything, but I'm definitely on the lookout for it. Okay, they just can't equip anything. Some PS3, PSN. Yes, I really wanted physical though. Squirrels don't need equipment. You don't need equipment wing this badass. Let's see. The only problem is it never came out in PAL territories. I kind of assumed that Suikoden 1 wasn't really up to snuff to it. In terms of sales. Though one of them is exclusive. Yeah, 3 is exclusively through PSN. 4 got a PAL release. Which I find strange. Like, why would you not release 3 in PAL territories as well? Maybe they ran into development trouble? Unite, my boys! Take them away to the promised land. Let's see. Spanish, French, German, and Italian. It would have needed 4 additional translations. Okay, so I'm already seeing a little bit of a problem. Primarily that the attempts are going to be one and done. Yeah. That little death sprite is adorable. Oh, that's great. We already beat the game. This is the optional attempt. I just want to see it happen. Though I'm admittedly kind of unsure over how I'm going to approach that. I did it for the finale of my Suikoden playthrough. That sounds like something that I need to see. That really sounds like something I need to see. So what is the best suggestion you can give for this? In terms of how to approach, because I my thought is to unite attack the rune, and then start unite attacking the heads as far as we can make that. Because if it's just a flat 3% chance there, I feel like there has to be a way to manipulate that. I can't answer that without a spoil. Is it the story spoiler? Is it relevant to the story? Or is it purely a gameplay thing? But it may take away some of your excitement. Does it, like, guarantee it? Red Ronin, thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it. How are you guys doing? How was your stream? Let's see. Empty World. Oh, that's such a cool name for an attack. I'd say we'll give it a few goes, and if I don't make it, I'm gonna ask you. Does that sound okay with you, Omni Gamer? Welcome everybody coming in from Red Ronin's channel. My name is Gil. I play a lot of old RPGs. And if that sounds like your kind of thing, feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We're currently planning to take on the final boss with this cute little fuzzy brigade of Power Ranger squirrels. Yeah, that may not have been such a bright idea. One of them is interesting, do tell. Wait, the blacksmith sells? Why have we been walking back and forth to the general? For the entire month. How?
How are they going to check that? Well, luckily for us, the Pathfinder group is 3 people. It's a good guideline. It's a good guideline. I've been really trying to isolate myself as much as possible. Close friend bubbles. Yeah, it's usually, for me, it's close friend bubbles. I kind of try to avoid going to my mom or sister as much as possible because my mom works with children and my sister is expecting a baby. So I'm trying to minimize that contact. Okay. I don't think we will survive the initial attack. I'm gonna make that very clear from the get-go. I don't think we'll survive the initial attack. That's gonna happen. But I want to get a feel for just how dumb this can be. Not yet. I'm gonna bash my head against this a few times and then I'm gonna start asking questions. When I did it, the squirrels were lower level than yours. So you can certainly get it done. I'm more worried about them surviving the initial wave. That's what I'm more worried about. I am kind of curious though. Can I take the entire thing with me? Like, do you just take one head away? You've plenty of money for bribes. One of the things I'm really a fan of, though, is that they have allowed for stores here to enforce mask policies. Which means that stores can now refuse service to you if you don't wear a mask, which I think is a great step forward. These guys must be so confused, though. Imagine you're in a war, and your castle is surrounded, and the leader of the enemy army decides to lay siege on your castle with a bunch of squirrels. I'll take the experience. Start bouncing, boys! I still find it really dumb that wearing masks is so stigmatized here. Like, you'd actually be surprised at how little people actually try to pretend to care. Oh, hey. A unit we haven't taken down yet. I'm taking your commander and there's nothing you can do about it. Unless it fails. Take them to the squirrel dimension. Man, I love spicy food, but my voice sounds like I'm a heavy smoker afterwards. At least when you game over, you keep your levels. That's true. Oh, we're at the point where we can let go of some of these creatures. That's really powerful. Will also taste spicy. I read that as will also taste spicy, and then only then did I see that you added another sentence, another bit to that sentence. I was a bit disturbed by that. Like, is it a promise or a threat? Hey, Guntetsu, how are you doing? The only flavor your ass can taste after all. Jeez. Okay, I found some corpses. I think we're on the right track. Oh no! I just remembered that at the end of this line there is a save point where I can heal up. So, yeah, they're fucked. I'm gonna miss the music of this game so much. Like, wait, am I supposed to go here? Seize a corpse? Yep. I'll take all the XP that I can get. Your commander with it. Higashino did a good job. Yeah, he did. What else did is the he or she? Involves just more for she, right? Just more work for the Suikoden series, if I recall. And Ayuden. I looked her up. The start of Suikoden 1, I think. I'm still on the right track. I love these goofy little tidbits that the game offers every once in a while. Like, Oh yeah, I've definitely been here before. Oh wait, I know where we are. Let's get them squirrels. Oh hey. What is a goldlet? Oh yeah, Sakuraba is on Ayuden. Forgot about that. I was super excited for that and then completely forgot that he was on that. Still so bummed I couldn't back the Kickstarter, but I'm really glad that it met the goal. It actually kind of crushed a goal. I'm a little anxious for their stretches. How so? Wasn't this... That was the room with the save thing in it, right? Was it up then? Oh, yeah. Seems like a lot of content to add in. The quality is going to suffer somewhere. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Unless they kind of do it like Bloodstained, where they really spread out the release of that, like at the add-ins or the stretch goals, like maybe 2-3 months after release. Like focus on releasing the game as a whole in its proper form, and then there we go. And slowly starting to release bit by bit. Okay. Let's see if it works. I don't know what to target with it, though. That's my big thing. I don't know what to target with it. I think the rune should be priority. That top is just freaking out. Hey, Kevin, how's it going? Hey, Nefstorm, how's it going? All right, well, I can't defend them properly, so I am just going to attack the rune. Hopefully your stream went well. Let's take it to the promised land. Okay, that did not work. Let's try that again. You can live with that. They tried really hard. They're doing their best. Okay? Oh no. This might be it already. Oh. They are motivated. They are also fucking dead. giving me Power Ranger hamsters? Why wouldn't I give you Power Rangers hamsters? Aren't you feeling much better for having witnessed this? Oh, the positioning of that spiral is a bit unfortunate, though. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. I think it might work if we get the rune away from here. Oh my god! So this is probably where the rest of the stream is going. Yeah, pretty much say. Oh, really? Oh, I have to remember that. L1, R1, start select. That's a very Konami thing to do. I do wonder, though, how much of a shot do they have if they die from that? I think I need to change something unreal in order to make them immune to some things. It is? The wolves be like walking squirrels. Must eradicate the nut jobs. Leave this earth. We did have an interesting glitch during this. By the way, OmniGamer. The game randomly froze in the middle of the fight. Okay, what did I do the first time? Let's see what Hill Palace does. I think I did that the previous time as well. Squirrel attack. Let's see. Come on. Oh, did somebody clip that? Oh, sorry for everybody's eardrum. Ark, say thank you so much for getting those boosts to get. Can I get some more archetypes to Kevin's in chat? It is the last bit of the song, the one by Lost Horizon. Oh, that was good. That's why I didn't say anything. What did you wanted to say? Just you need just to hit one thing in the entire. How to choose a final boss? What final boss? I do like that it just lifts the whole thing up. I was like, why is the orb not latching onto them? And then I saw the whole thing just go. And thank you so much for 50 gift subs. Say, I really appreciate it. This is the dumbest thing I have ever done on this fucking channel. Oh my god. Oh, that was the best. I gotta see if I can real quick. Yeah.
Go squirrels, go! Ah! Yes!
Yeah, that is a very similar energy, Omni Gamer. That is a very similar energy. Mako Calamity, how are you doing? How many tries did that take you, if I may ask? As if it's a flat 3%, that was god tier RNG right there. this is hands down the dumbest thing I have done on this channel. Let's see if I have any crystals on Grand Blue. And just ate some air fried Brussels sprouts. Nice. Thank you so much for the follow on the gamer. And thank you for the help during this playthrough. I just can't stop laughing. That was so stupid. Oh no. Oh no. I just realized that if we do this, we might be able to do. Okay, so here's the idea. Here's the idea. We can do this really stupid the next run. I'm going to try to run as fast as I can towards the scrolls and recruit them as fast as possible and then just do the entire game with them. It's going to get old really quickly until we get to a boss that's not immune to death. Wait, Necklord is immune to insta-death, isn't he? Well, that went by a lot faster than I thought it would, to be honest. Nobody's immune to that skill. Oh man. We do some dumb stuff with the channel, but that kind of tipped it. For the extra scroll recruits is castle level 2. How do I recognize that actually? Sorry about that.
Man, I'm now so curious about Suikoden 3. Let's see if I can find a copy real quick. But you can't get the true end. It's a second giant squid. There's a giant squid in this game. I think it's gotten quite pricey. I think it wasn't that much last time I checked, like 35, 40 bucks. Which is nowhere near as much as I paid for this game. I did see that Fire Emblem is down again. Path of Radiance. It went from 250 to 170 now. Market value for PAL version. So that's pretty neat. But man, that is the dumbest thing I've ever done on this channel, and I don't think we can ever top that. Maybe with Deadly Premonition, but I just kind of want to try it again, you know? Oh my. Wait, we're getting the other Suikoden games are on PS3? Yeah, one of the saddest things though was I recently really gotten into Dragon Quest, and I noticed that Dragon Quest V, the one that I wanted to play, exactly. I agree, Maku Maku. Moku Moku has a good point. Okay, this is a little bit of a cop out. I need an opinion for chat. Do we chase Jowry now, or do we leave it for another playthrough? Sure, why not? You know, you gotta. I mean, next time we're gonna probably get something different because we have all the 108. No, we've got to find Jowry. Muku Muku has a good point. Oh yeah, all the dialogue bits are gonna be girl-based. It's gonna be hard though with the parts where you have multiple party members from a story perspective though. It's gonna be pretty difficult to do. Let's see. New SIM card available. Well, ain't that nice? Okay, we've already had this. Oh, he comes back with all the squirrels, right? Oh man, I don't have enough to roll in Granblue. That's a shame. The 27 true squirrels. He can't die. He's going to bring peace to his land. He just can't die. Look. Rio. Rio. Vicky's in a panic. I was worried about you, Rio. Welcome back, Rio. That's the Rio I know. You're blessed with good luck in combat. You can say that again. Rio, thank the gods. You did it. You really came back, Rio. Terrific. Great. Well, this is all new. He just takes Rio away. There's nothing you can do about it. Good morning, Rio. Hey, come on, get up.
Representative General Mackay from True River and Mayor Gustav from Tinto are waiting for you in the Great Hall. Come on, hurry already. The war may be over, but there are still lots of things to be done. You've got a whole country to create, right? I am still all for repopulating Highland. Highly. Die, pigs. Squeal like the pig you are. I honestly... Okay, so here's how... I'm looking at the clock right now and see that we're only 3.5 hours into the stream. I honestly thought we would have to take like an hour to get everyone up to the level that I needed them to be. And, like, then I'd have to at least spend like an hour or two just fighting the boss, right? That was my plan. There's a suggestion box? Oh, there is. Please come to the restaurant. I will make something special for you. All right. This is a cursed letter if you don't pass it on to 5 more people. Oh, that's really good. It's really okay for me to be in the Quack Army. I feel so out of place. I shoot too dressed. Oh, we're cursed now. The Sid inventing the email chain. Okay. Oh. Yo, Rio, where are you going? Rio, there is a great power within you. Don't mean that rune stuck in your hand either. You've taken a great burden on your back thus far, and you have a duty to fulfill it to the end. For all the people who died in the war, and for the people who survived. Let him go, Flick. It's necessary, that is. But Rio, don't forget, you've always got a home here. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, that is good. Wait, how do I change my party now? Can I change my party? Or is it just straight to credits? I think Vicky isn't there either, so I don't think we can actually leave. Or is this one of those things where you have to go at it alone? Can you change your party? Can I? Yes. Just make the entire game sound like the squirrels farting. I think that's a good plan. Call it the strategy. But how did you guys like the playthrough of Suikoden 2? He's still meditating, even at level 16. Like, I have the feeling like I need to go back to that one cliff to see, or to fight Jowry. But that might have to do with the 108 as well. That I have to collect 108 Stars of Destiny or something like that in order to unlock that. I mean, it was a good ending as is. I'm very satisfied with it. If you recognize how good Jowry is. I'm gonna hear this for the rest of my streaming career. Isn't it right? Blood of the Gods. For a lack of joy. Oh no, I've been hit. That would have been a plot twist. Boots, please. I wanted one final toot. I wanted one final toot. That was too much to ask. Let's see. Oh, I do not have enough for a 10 draw. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Look, I did nothing wrong. This has been, like, despite not getting all the characters, this has probably been one of the most expansive playthroughs that I've ever done. It's kind of ridiculous if you think about it. Oh. That's cool. Would you guys be okay if I called it a little early today instead of the usual 6 hours? I don't think starting up Deadly Premonition now would be a lot of fun, to be honest. I'm just gonna see if I can reach Jowry now at that one spot. Still want to know what's inside this. God, that was funny. You know, with the way you write that, I can hear it. No. Oh, I did check out his, that was the first thing I noticed, Boogaloo, with the game room. You've achieved Nirvana, you can never go back. Cast away all worldly possessions and play Suikoden 3. Can somebody just send me a copy of Suikoden 3, please? I'll open a BO box. Did you start this again? No. I'm walking towards the spot. Okay, so I wanted to do the Unite attack with the squirrels. Can somebody post the clip again? I wanted to do the Unite attack of the squirrels in the against the final boss. thought the game glitched out again. At least it's no longer sounding like a tuba. Though despite the numerous amount of audio glitches and crashes, I did really enjoy every single one of those. They were really funny. Though I am all for trying to get one more toot out of it. One of the best ending characters in the game because it's way back at the Wind Cave, which no same person would ever go back. No, I did not. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it like the classic way for this. I'm gonna hunt down the game guide for Suikoden 2. Mostly because I really want to see what kind of artwork a lot of the characters have. More fun that way. I'm very, very classically oriented. Oh, the game glitched again. Damn it! Stop making me look like a fool. Let's see. I have a few stores that I tend to frequent a lot that sort of import games, but it seems with the current circumstances they have sort of stopped doing that. Did I just counter everybody to death? That's pretty cool. Oh, wait, I can just go like this. Nothing there, nothing there. Nothing, unfortunately. I'm gonna miss the horn. I want one more horn. Oh, wait. Okay, this might be a good one. They usually have like a really... They do have the manga. And some figurines. Already sold out. We have Ghetto and the Hero. One last toot. Hey, what's up, Zappa Slave? How are you doing? Where are we so far? We beat the game. I'm now running towards a location that I wanted to check. Yeah, I think we have one more left. Try? Yeah. Come on. Damn it, the game has been so well behaved. You popped on my recommended? Oh, that's really cool. I've been really liking that, honestly. The recommended system with Twitch has been actually doing a lot of good work for a lot of streamers out there, which is fantastic. So welcome on in. Thank you for taking your time to check out the channel. Really appreciate it. I'm still baffled that we got the meme ending for the game on the second try. I really wholeheartedly expected to still be there right now. God, that was funny. Why do you keep using Great Blessing? There is a sound glitch in the PAL version that basically lets the Great Blessing honk. It sends to get more work ahead of you. Damn it, replay me. Every time these guys pop up, I think the game glitched out. They're the only enemy that makes a noise. I call it tugboat mode. Is it where the game starts to sound like a tuba? Because we had that. Also, I posted that clip on Twitter without actually looking at this. This is as is. I'm playing on a PlayStation 3 with a PAL copy. Yeah, let's see if I was correct. My guess is that he is at the promised place. I just let it toot away like the majestic butterfly it's always meant to be. It's really funny. I think I'm walking the wrong way though. Oh, no, I'm not. We were here earlier and the music played. Yep. Rio, you came. Just like you promised. Here we are. Here once again. This is where our journey began. You and I walked along the same path for so long together, but this is where they began to diverge. But I have no regrets. But if I did, it would be that I had to betray the city-state and assassinate Lady Annabelle. You and I were a lot alike. We were both aiming for the same thing, but I just... At the Highland camp, after I let you both to escape ahead, I was captured and met Luca Blight again. I hated him from the beginning, it's true. But I think I admired his strength a little bit too. I thought if I was that strong, I could protect everyone, and I could create a gentle world where nobody would ever be hurt. This still directly contradicts everything you said during the peace treaty conference. But no, forget about it. This is a battle between the King of Highland and the leader of the Quack Army. This is truly the final battle. Don't need to fight. We do need to fight, Rio. Is it a duel? Oh no. Oh no. Here goes, Rio. How much damage does he do? Oh, 70. Uh-oh. They'll get you hurt. It's gonna do the same. No. Next is my turn, Rio. If you defend enough, it doesn't finish the fight. Wow. Wait, Loin, didn't you get a sub for a year? That's interesting. Rio, why? Why won't you do it? I'm the King of Highland. I fought the Quack Army and killed many of your friends, and Nanami too. Rio, you have to. You have to fight for your fallen comrades, for all the people. No. Are you going to betray all the people who you've pinned their hopes on you? You're going to betray the dreams of your sister, Nanami, who protected you. You conniving little shit. This is exactly what Nanami wanted. Here goes, Rio. Just like the old days. That's right, Rio. Good. Now this war will finally end. Rio, hold up your right hand. I was watching you all the time. Remember? These two runes were once one, you know? Peace is a beautiful thing, even if it comes at the end of a long, brutal war. It may seem like all is lost, but we'll always have memories. Forgive me, Rio. I've sent many men to their deaths. No one knows the pain of that more than I do. But, just as I thought, you had no choice. You had to defeat me. A glorious hero. defeats an evil king. The people will talk and sing about your heroic rise to fame and forget the horrors and the sins of war. The defeated soldiers, too, will feel comforted by the fact that they were defeated by a hero and deceived by an evil king. Rio, I want you to become a great leader. Hold on dearly to this peace that we fought so hard for. The rune, it will lend you its power, I'm sure of it. Farewell, my friend. Rio? Yeet him off the cliff. Yeet him off the cliff. Yeet him off the cliff. Lead him to the promised land. I mean, the fascinating part about Joey is that he is still just an idealistic kid. Part of the boundary is broken? Really? Including in the waterfall. The entrance of Greg-Minster with some careful movement? Really? So Omni, when's your next Suikoden stream? I can now finally watch. Yeah, that's the gist of what I found with this game as well. Is that the teens are actually written like teens. Like, I don't hate Joey for the choices that he made. I'm criticizing his motives and his ambition. I don't think he's a bad character. I think his ambitions are a bit stupid and short-sighted. I'll be sure to drop by anyway, Omni. And thank you again so much for the help with this game, and thank you all so much for just watching and enjoying it. He wants peace, but his ambition gets in the way of that. That's kind of the leading issue that I have with Joey, is that every time he gets handed it, it's so very Okay, that's really good. Hey, I'm not saying the other party isn't to blame. I'm specifically calling out Joey because he is central to the plot throughout the end of the game. He becomes the major antagonist. He becomes the driving force as to why the war continues. And yeah, he's instrumental to Luca Blight's inevitable demise, but at the same time, the choices he makes after that, after being handed peace multiple times, he would have been a good guy if he was guided, like the player is in this game. We listen to a lot of people throughout this playthrough to make the choices that we do. And we have a lot of moral compasses to keep us on the straight path to basically liberate this entire land. But the way that Jowry does it is more akin to how the war got started, with an ultimatum, rather than coming to terms with negotiations and trying to find the best way for both countries to coexist with one another. He doesn't do that. He immediately tries to just tries to jump onto that idea that his way is the only way this is possible. Whereas if he would have opened up to other people in that situation, which our party was more than willing to do, like, this is what they were fighting for, right? Yeah, I mean, that's his inner kid speaking, but like, a few acts of redemption does not make him a good person in the long run. In the grand scheme of things, more people died because of him. Yeah, he also could have just not done that. Like, the downside is that that if he didn't do those things, that Luca Blight would not have been so easily trapped and defeated. Well, not easily. We beat him by the skin of our teeth, but why would he trust them to keep the peace? He's not trusting Joustin. He's not trusting Rio. That's a different story. Rio's party is the one that comes to Jowry to offer a peace treaty. My idea so far, Wall, is I would really like to play through the entire series first. So I'm probably going to play 3, 4, 5, and Tactics next. Tactics I already have. 3, 4, and 5 I still need to acquire. That's going to take some time. But I would love to replay these games for the 108. It's going to be a big project to do that, and I might play some other games in between, like I did now, like Suikoden 1, then I think we did Ninja Gaiden and Streets of Rage. What is effectively, he's not a state leader, but he is the spokesperson of the entire city-states at that point. Like, Rio is what stands between Highland and Tinto, for instance. Green Hill was already on board. Rockaxe was already a rogue state at that point. And Tinto was the only one that wasn't convinced because they were walled in. So inevitably, the logical choice would have been to say that Luca Blight would have died, would have been killed. Both parties would have come to terms on some form of peace treaty through negotiation. Both armies would stand down, and a peace would be negotiated throughout the city-state with Highland. That would have been the most logical conclusion to that. That fell through because Jowry was the one who laid a trap for Rio and the party, which they barely escaped. And that's kind of where I find that the dynamic works so well between all the characters. Is that because they are children in this war of adults, they have a very rough time adjusting their worldview to that. In essence, Rio is the one who's most open towards learning. Nanami is the most caring, and Jowry is the most ambitious in that. Like, he's the one that really wants to achieve that peace. But because he is so high on that ambition, without people to toll him back, like, everybody around him is fueling that ambition. Everybody around him wants Highland to succeed. That's why they swear fealty to him. They see that ambition burning in him to make Highland a great country again. And that's why I feel that that he made the mistake to not go into the peace negotiations that were set at the end of the war with Luca Blight. I mean, it's a brilliant strategy on Joey's end, the way he works himself in. It's absolutely brilliant, but it also just kind of means that he forgoes the potential for achieving his dream and chooses the ultimatum that backfires. And that leads to the epilogue of the war and the eventual fall of Joey and the Highland army. He just made a lot of strategical mishaps along that line, and I think it's not him entirely to blame, because his sphere of influence was filled with like-minded people, so you kind of get that echo chamber effect, like, yes, we need to destroy them, otherwise Highland will never be the same again. And it's a really interesting approach to writing characters. It's very fascinating, very well done. But whether or not that makes him a good person, I don't think so. I think he has a good in his heart. And the moments that he isn't fueled by that ambition is the moment where he's more grounded as a character, but he's not a good person. Do you think if Rio and Joey sat down, would be real peace that Joey wouldn't have accepted it? I think he would have. I think Leon would have convinced Joey ahead of. What the fuck? What was that? I think Leon would have convinced Joey ahead of time that the only option was to basically do a hostile takeover and create a new world and about whatever. I mean, the honk was pretty good. Cyphane, how are you doing? Joey found Leon, but do you really think Joey can control Leon? Thanks for playing your great game. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Did the great scrolling happen? Second attempt. I posted a clip on in Discord. I absolutely lost my marbles, and it's now kind of blowing up on Twitter. It's pretty great. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd love to have like a full-on discussion when I have the full scope of things. So I think I'm gonna follow Say's advice and set up a Suikoden guide in 1 and 2 to kind of get a better grasp of how the story is told. I'm told that fills in a lot of gaps for the story of 1 and 2 for a lot of characters. So I'm really looking forward to it. And just generally exploring the rest of the series, which is definitely going to happen at some point. So I have a convention coming up on the 25th. If that goes according to plan, I might be able to secure a copy of Suikoden 3. I'm not sure yet. It all depends on how much my budget is and if it's available, of course, for the price that I want to. But I'm really excited to try out Suikoden 3 at some point. Wish I could go to a con this year. Yeah, they've done a really smart thing where you book a time where you can enter the convention. And like basically you can yeah, it is on the on the PS Store, Zappa. I just prefer physical. I've always been a video game collector, first and foremost. I just like the feeling of having a game. But they basically have like these time slots with mandatory masks and stuff like that. I've been collecting every Super Robot Wars game physically. Nice, dude. I love Super Robot Wars. But yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a little early today. Normally we go for about 6 hours, but I thought like, hey, let's try to find some extra content in this. And we did. It was a really cool fight against Jowry. I still think he's a conniving little shit to throw Nanami under the bus like that. Like, it's what Nanami would have wanted. No, Nanami would have wanted you guys to make peace with each other. Oh, Super Robot War streamer. Hang on. And Guilty Gear fan, by the looks of it. I'm always down for that. Thanks, Genie. Yes, I did, Seppa. I don't stream on this account. Well, then I'm gonna unfollow that. Okay? Fine, be like that. I go through the trouble, going to that page, which is very counterintuitive. On Twitch's side. And now I have to go back. Damn it. But yeah, I'll be closing soon after this. I'm really glad you guys enjoyed it so much. I'll definitely have to revisit Suikoden 1 and 2 after we've completed the series. Definitely have to do the 108 at some point. No, I meant that Twitch's system for following people. They removed the follow button from clicking on someone's name. And I'm still kind of miffed about that. But I want to run through the entire series first, including tactics, to kind of get an idea of what I'm in for and decide whether or not which ones I want. Zappaslave, thank you so much for follow. I appreciate it. And then see which ones I want to run for the 108. Oh, I'm fine with that, Gypsy. I have the time planned anyway, so it's all good. It's all good. And guys, if you could do me a favor, a lot of OmniGamer's information on this game has been fairly instrumental towards me finding the. Okay, that kind of hurt. Okay, this one kind of hurts. This is mean game. This one kind of hurts. Not gonna lie. How many days ago was your Luca Blight fight? I think that was Tuesday? Monday or Tuesday? But I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, right. Please go follow up OmniGamer. His information has been instrumental to getting a few characters here, and he's been kind enough to explain a bunch of mechanics in chat. Only got up to Muse. Well, I also play a lot more in consecutive order, so I sit down and play for 6 hours a day. So that might explain a bit. Like, I really pump out the hours. But yeah, I really, really freaking appreciate it, guys. You guys have been very kind. And thank you so much for just having a good time watching the content that we put out here on the channel and hanging out. And yeah, Suikoden will be back, definitely. I've been really, really surprised by this series in the best kind of way, where you just kind of get blindsided by the quality of the game and the writing. It's all really good. So I'm really excited to see what Suikoden 3 holds. And just kind of looking forward to playing more of the series in the future. But for tomorrow, we're going to start Deadly Premonition. I really wanted to rerun the game so I have a fresh playthrough in my head for Deadly Premonition 2. And after those two, if my Switch controller still works, that is, that's kind of going to depend on how my Joy-Con reacts in the next couple of weeks. But after that, we're going to be playing Valkyrie Profile 1 and 2, plus the Seraphic Gates, so look forward to that. Those are not going to be blind, by the way. We're just going to be playing through Valkyrie Profile. And it's going to be A ending plus plus the Seraphics and the standard run for VP2 plus the Seraphics. So look forward to that. Thanks for streaming this great game, though. I've been having it up in the background. Thank you so much for doing that, Sekradash. I really appreciate it. Glad you had fun. But yeah, I'm going to head out. My voice is kind of giving way from laughing way too hard earlier and way too uncontrolled. So I'm going to head out, take an early night, get ready, all set up for Deadly Premonition. And yeah, thank you guys so much. And have a nice weekend if I don't see you guys. And a good one. Thanks so much for watching. Stay beautiful. Keep on gaming. I'll see you guys all next time, all right? Thanks so much for a great playthrough. Bye-bye.